Hello everyone, welcome to Telo Bags and Fashions, and today we are gonna be making this beautiful beaded bag that you're seeing right here in the video. I'm gonna be showing you step by step. Let's start. These are the material we're gonna be working with today, and I made this offline, but I'll be showing you how to make it in the next video. We will need sharp scissors, and we will also need fishing lines. We are gonna be working with 0.70 mm and a nail cutter. So we are gonna get our fishing line and we cut a size that we can manage to pull. Don't cut very big and don't cut very small. We are going to get our piece that we made off camera. You have to make sure that you get the edges of the fishing line, and we are going to pass our fishing line in those two bits right there. As you can see, please watch closely so that you can follow the method very well. Make sure they are on the same size and get the left fishing line and add 2 beads. And the last bead, you're going to pass the same fishing line in that last bead. As you can see me doing, please watch closely. You're going to pull it out and get the fishing line on the left side and pass it through that hole right there, as you can see me doing. This method helps to make the bag very firm, and you pull until you see that it is very, very strong. As you can see there, it's not lagging, it's very, very strong. Pull it very well. Get the left fishing line right there and pass it through the next bead right there, and the right fishing line, you're going to add 2 beads on the right fishing line, as you can see me doing, and you're going to do the same thing. Pass the same fishing line in the last bead, as you're seeing me doing right there, and pull and pass the left fishing line in that hole right there, and pull until it is very firm, as you can see me doing right there. Make it very firm for the bag to be strong. Again, do the same thing. Pass the left fishing line in the next bead, but this time you are going to make a ring of 5 beads. So after passing it through the same fishing line, you are going to add 3 beads. Remember, the last bead you're passing through the same fishing line and pull and make it firm until you feel like it's very strong. That's when you stop. As you can see there, I am pulling it to make sure that it is very firm and it's not lagging. This is what we are going to get. Again, the left fishing line right there, I'm going to pass it through the next bead, as you're seeing me doing there, and add 3 beads again. The last bead, you're passing through the same fishing line and get the other fishing line through and pull very, very well until it is very firm. We now have the rings of 5, and we are going to pass through the right fishing line into the next 2 beads. This is what you're going to get, and the left fishing line had 2 beads, and the last bead pass through the same fishing line and pull very, very well. Again, get the right fishing line and pass it through the next bead down there, as you can see, and pull, and the right fishing line, which is now the left, add 2 beads. Now you're going to start a ring of 4. You're going to get your 2 beads and add them on the left fishing line and pass through the fishing line in the last bead and pull and make it firm. we are going to do the same thing. On the left fishing line, pass it through the next bead and add 2 beads on your left fishing line, and the last bead, remember the last bead, you're passing through the same fishing line and pass through the right fishing line and pull until it is very firm. So I'm going to do this off camera and you are going to see the end results. Now this is what we have. You're going to pass through the right fishing line into the next 2 beads right there, and on your left fishing line add 1 bead. We are going, because we are doing the 4 ring, add 1 bead and pull. Again, I'll keep on reminding you, the bead, the last bead, even if it's 1, pass it the same fishing line in that last bead and pull. That method helps the bag to be very firm, to be strong. So we are going to pass our right fishing line into the next bead right there. Don't worry about that curving, that is part of the process. So other people have their methods of crossing, but that method makes the bag to be lagging when it's not strong. So we are going to get our right fishing line and pass it through the next bead, and you're going to get your left fishing line and add 3 beads. Remember, the last bead you're passing through the same fishing line and pull. So this time we are starting again the ring of 5 beads. So get your right fishing line, pass it through the next bead, 1 bead, and on your left fishing line you're going to add again 3 beads, and the last bead pass through the same fishing line and pull. As you can see, we have started a ring of 5 beads. We are going to do that off camera. So the last part, you're going to pass through the right fishing line into the next 2 beads so that it can make 3 beads. Then on your left fishing line you're going to add 2 beads. This is why I show you the last part. You're going to add 2 beads on your right fishing line and pass the same fishing line in the last bead. Then you pull through the right fishing line and you pull and make it very firm, very strong. As you can see me there doing, I hope you guys understand what I'm doing. As you can see, so you're going to get your right fishing line and pass it through the next 1 bead. So this time you're going to start a ring of 6. Again, get your left fishing line and pass it through the next bead, next 1 bead, so that we get 3 beads on the board right there, as you're going to see. And this is what you're going to have, 3 beads, and on your right fishing line add 3 beads. Remember, we are doing a ring of 6. Add 3 beads on the last bead, pass it through the same fishing line and pull, and make sure it is firm. This method helps your bag to be very strong. You're going to pass your left fishing line into the next 2 beads, as you can see right there. Please look closely, or you can pause the video and look very well. You're going to pull your fishing line, and on your right fishing line you're going to add again 3 beads, and the last bead you're going to pass through the same fishing line and pull the left fishing line through and pull very well until it is very firm. So you're going to do the next part offline, and I'm going to show you how we are going to do the last part. As you can see, we have done our 6 ring. So you're going to pass through your left fishing line into the next 3 beads. Remember, the next 3 beads, and on your right fishing line you're going to add 2 beads. Because you're passing through the next 3 beads, it's going to make 4 beads on the base. 4 beads. That means you're going to just add 2 beads and make a ring of 6 beads. If you do not follow what I'm telling you, you're going to mess up everything. So follow what I am saying right now and look very closely as you're passing through your other fishing line. The right fishing line, you're going to pass it through the next bead right there. This is what you're going to get. On your left fishing line, add 2 beads. Now you're starting a ring of 4 beads. 4 beads. Remember, the last bead you're passing through and you pull. Then on your right fishing line, you're going to pass it through the next bead, and on your left fishing line you will get 2 beads, and the last bead you pass through the same fishing line in the last bead and pull. Please make sure that you subscribe, like and comment what you have learned. If the video is good for you, and you can give me energy to do another video. So you're going to do the next part offline and I'll show you the last part. So here you're going to get your right fishing line and pass it through the next 2 beads. As you can see, we have done 4 beads, a ring of 4 beads. Pass it through, and this is what you're going to get, and add 1 bead on any fishing line that you want. 1 bead and pass it through again and pull, as you see me doing right there. This is what you come up with if you follow very closely, and I'm going to do the same method on the other side and I'll show you how it looks like. So this is what I made, the same method, and I made this other part offline too. So I want us to add the handles before we add them together. You're going to count 6 beads from the right and count 3 beads from ups and down, and the last bead you're going to pass through your fishing line, and on your right fishing line you're going to add 3 beads, and on the last bead pass through the same fishing line and pull. So it will be tricky a bit to pull here, so you're going to pass the left fishing line through out the bag and you pull very well, as you're going to see me doing right there. Look closely. You see my fishing line, I passed it through the other side and I pulled it very well for it to be firm. And I'm going to pass through my fishing line through the back and pass it again outside, and I'm going to add on the right fishing line 2 beads. So here I want you to look closely how I did that. As you can see, it's gonna be very difficult to pull the fishing lines to be firm, as you can see. So I'm going to pass through my left fishing line throughout the other side to pull it very well, as you can see in the video. Please look closely. Now it is very firm. I'm going to take that advantage and pass my fishing line into the next bead and again pass it through the other side. And on my left fishing line I'm going to add 3 beads. So we are making a line of 3 beads. 3 beads by 4 rings. So we are going to pass it through and pull. Make sure that your bag is very firm, it's not lagging. Then on my left fishing line, I'm going to add 3 beads, and in the last bead I'll pass through the same fishing line and pass through my right fishing line and pull. Remember to hit a like if you like this video and comment what you'd like to see the next. Look closely how I do this. Make sure that you pull it very well because here it's very tricky. If you follow very well the instruction, you'll be very good on how to make your bag very well and very firm. Get your right fishing line, add 2 beads. On the last bead, pass through the same fishing line and pass through your left fishing line and pull. As you can see, I did this off camera, so you're going to count from the bottom to upwards. We are going to have 6 beads, so we are going to try right here to add our handle that I did off camera. But if you know how to make crochet, it won't be hard for you to make this handle. So we are going to be adding it. We are going to get our left fishing line and we add 1 bead. On the same fishing line, pass it through the 7th bead after counting 6 beads apart. Pass it through, and then we are going to get our right fishing line and we add again 1 bead and we cross it again, and then we pull, as you're going to see here in the video. Please look closely. At this point, you're going to make sure that you're pulling it very strong until you feel that it's very strong, because our handles are the one that lifts the bag when the bag is heavy. So you have to make sure it can't get out or be broken. So we are going to get our right fishing line, pass it through the next bead, and we are going to get our left fishing line and pass it through the next bead. And on any fishing line, add 1 bead. That 1 bead, pass it through the same fishing line and pull, as you're seeing in the video. The same fishing line, pass it through and add 1 bead. You can do as we have been doing, or you can do the same way as I'm doing, because that helps to make it very strong. As you can see, it's the same method but on the down part. Very well. Please make sure that you subscribe, like this video and follow for more, and turn on your notification bell. So I did the next part offline, the same method I used, and you're going to get these two. So you're going to try to make them, to get them attached together. This is already our bag. You're going to get your fishing line and pass it through the first bead, as you can see in the video, and make sure that you get the fishing line all together on the same size. And get on your left fishing line, add 3 beads. In the last bead, pass the same fishing line through as we have been doing all through the video, and pull. Please make sure that you share this video to someone who will be interested in learning how to make handmade beaded bag. You can see right there that we have started a ring of 4, so you're going to get your right fishing line, pass it through the next bead, and on your left fishing line add 2 beads. 2 beads in the last bead, pass it through the same fishing line and pull. The same method that we have been using all through the video. I know by now you already know how we do this, but I want to show you so that you don't get lost. 2 beads again, pass the same fishing line in the same bead, the last bead, and pull. Please look closely. I'm very sure now you understand, so I'm gonna do the next part. Here it's all done, as you can see, and I did the same on the next part of the bag, but on the next part of the bag I did 2 lines. The same method, you're going with the same method throughout, so you're going to try to add them together. Get your fishing line the same way as we did in the beginning, pass it through the first bead, and on your left fishing line add 1 bead, pass it through the next 1 bead on the next part. Again, you're going to get that same fishing line, add 1 bead, cross it through and pull. As you're going to see in the video, please look closely. You're going to do the same thing, pass through the left fishing line in the next bead and the right fishing line in the next bead. Add 1 bead on any fishing line that you like and pass it through again in the same bead and pull. So you're going to do this all through. And I hope by now you understand the method and the pattern that we are doing here. We are doing the same thing all through until we finish at the end. I'm gonna do the last part offline, and I'll show you also how to add when the fishing line is getting small. I see by now you noticing that my right fishing line is longer than the left fishing line. So you're going to solve that now. You're going to get your fishing line, another fishing line, not so big because we have a small part left, and pass it through the same bead right there, the middle bead. And you're going to make sure that the side that has the small fishing line has the longer fishing line on the new fishing line that you have put. So you're going to do the same thing. After putting it, pass it through in the next bead, and also pass through the other fishing line, small or long, so that there are two in the bead. This method works at any time on any side, whether in the beginning or the last or in the middle when you're making your bag. So as you can see, we have two fishing lines. So you're going to get your one bead, add it on any side that you'd like, pass through both of the fishing line in that one bead. So get the shorter or the fishing line that was there, cross it, and also get the fishing line that was in the bag already and pass it through. And the new fishing line that you have got on the right or left, pass it through the middle bead as you can see in the video and pull. Make sure that it's very firm. So we are going to leave behind the small fishing line, and we are going to only pass the longer fishing line in the next bead, and we add. So if the other fishing line they are still long, you can use them both too, but we are going to leave the fishing line that we started with behind, as you can see in the video, and pass your other fishing line in the next bead and add one bead and pass the same fishing line in that one bead and pull throughout. This helps to make the bag firm and not to tie and cut. Everyone has their methods, but this method helps me very well. It's not time consuming and it's very good to use, so make sure that you replay the video and look closely and learn. And I hope this video helps someone out there to learn something. And this is our bag. We are done. I'll do some final touches offline. Here you can add any design that you want. And this is our final look. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe and follow for more.